In a small African village, there lived a beautiful young lady named Oma, who was known for her kindness, intelligence, and grace. As she grew older, she felt the desire to find a husband and start a family. One day, she visited a well-known prophet in her village, seeking guidance on her future. The prophet, a wise old man with a long white beard and a soft but firm voice, told her, "Your future husband's name will be Michael." Oma was filled with hope and excitement. She imagined meeting Michael, the man who would share her life and dreams. A few weeks passed, and during a village festival, Oma was introduced to 5 different men. To her surprise, they were all named Michael. Each Michael had his own unique charm and qualities that Oma found irresistible. She couldn't believe her luck, or was it a twist of fate? Oma felt both thrilled and confused, unsure of which Michael was the one destined for her. Oma decided to get to know each Michael better, hoping to find the one meant for her. The first Michael was a hardworking farmer with a gentle smile and a heart full of kindness. He always spoke of his dreams of owning a big farm and providing for his family. Oma admired his dedication and love for the land. The second Michael was a talented musician who could play the drum with such passion that it moved the hearts of all who heard him. His eyes sparkled with joy whenever he performed, and Oma was captivated by his vibrant energy and love for music. The third Michael was a skilled fisherman who knew every corner of the river like the back of his hand. He was quiet and introspective, often sharing deep thoughts about life and nature with Oma. She found his calm demeanor and wisdom comforting. The fourth Michael was a merchant who traveled from village to village, selling beautiful fabrics and spices. He had a sharp wit and a charming smile, always ready with a funny story or a clever joke. Oma enjoyed his lively spirit and quick mind. The fifth and final Michael was a healer, known for his knowledge of herbs and traditional medicine. He had a gentle touch and a caring nature, often speaking of his desire to help those in need. Oma felt a sense of peace whenever she was around him. With each passing day, Oma spent time with each Michael, learning about their lives, their dreams, and their hearts. She was drawn to different qualities in each of them and found it increasingly difficult to determine who the real Michael, the one destined to be her husband, was. She decided to return to the prophet for more guidance, hoping he could help her make the right choice. However, when Oma arrived at the prophet's home, she was met with heartbreaking news. The prophet had passed away the day before. Oma felt a wave of sadness wash over her. She had lost the one person who could have guided her to the right Michael. But she knew she couldn't give up. Oma realized that the journey to find the real Michael was now hers alone. Oma decided to focus on each Michael individually, starting with the farmer. She spent days with him in the fields, watching him work with dedication and care. He spoke of his love for the land and his desire to share it with someone special. Oma admired his strength and the way he spoke about his future with such certainty. The farmer, noticing her interest, promised that if she chose him, he would dedicate his life to making her happy and building a prosperous life together. Oma was touched by his sincerity but knew she had to explore her feelings for the other Michaels before making a decision. Next, Oma spent time with the musician. He would take her to the village square, where he played his drum and sang songs that seemed to be written just for her. His music was filled with emotion, and Oma found herself drawn to his creative spirit and the joy he brought to others. One evening, as they sat by the fire, the musician shared his dream of composing a song that would be sung for generations, a song that told the story of their love. Oma's heart swelled with affection, but she was still unsure if he was the right Michael. Oma then turned her attention to the fisherman. She joined him on his boat, where they spent quiet mornings on the river, talking about life and their dreams. The fisherman's deep connection to nature and his thoughtful reflections on life fascinated Oma. He spoke of finding a partner who understood his love for the water and the simple life he cherished. Oma felt a sense of calm when she was with him, but her mind was still clouded with uncertainty. The merchant was next on Oma's list. She traveled with him to nearby villages, watching as he skillfully negotiated prices and charmed everyone he met. He spoke of the adventures they could have together, traveling the world and discovering new places. Oma enjoyed his stories and his infectious energy, but she wondered if a life of constant travel was what she truly wanted. Finally, Oma spent time with the healer. She helped him gather herbs and prepare medicines for the villagers. She admired his compassion and his desire to help others. He spoke of building a home where they could care for the sick and needy together, creating a sanctuary of healing and love. Oma felt a deep sense of peace when she was with him, but she was still unsure if he was the right Michael for her. As Oma continued to spend time with each Michael, she found herself growing closer to all of them. She appreciated their unique qualities and the way they made her feel. However, she knew she could only choose one. She decided to follow her heart and pay attention to how she felt when she was with each Michael. One night, Oma had a dream. In the dream, she saw herself standing in a field of flowers, surrounded by the 5 Michaels. She felt a strong pull toward one of them, the farmer, who was holding out his hand to her. Oma woke up with a sense of clarity. She realized that the real Michael, the one meant for her, was the one who made her feel at home, the one who shared her dreams of building a life together. Oma decided to follow her heart and chose the farmer. She told him of her decision, and he was overjoyed. They spent days preparing for their future, planting crops and building a home together. Oma felt a sense of peace and happiness she had never known before. Oma and the farmer, Michael, were married in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by their friends and family. They built a life together filled with love, joy, and hard work. They supported each other through all of life's challenges and celebrated every triumph. Oma knew she had made the right choice and was grateful for the journey that led her to her true love. Together, they lived happily ever after. Oma learned that love is not always straightforward, but it is always worth the journey. She found her true Michael by following her heart and trusting her instincts. The other Michaels also found happiness in their own ways, and the village continued to thrive with love, laughter, and joy. And so, the story of Oma and Michael was told for generations, reminding everyone that love will always find a way.